Hello and welcome back to this Moon Messages reading. So I know that I promised you one the last cycle, but unfortunately another thing happened in my life and turned things upside down again. So I had to just literally stop everything. I stopped my little mini readings on my social media channels. I stopped this Moon Messages. I stopped everything and I had to just put all my focus into something else, which is hopefully starting to come out in a more positive way now. I won't go too much into it. But yeah, apologise for the break. If anyone missed the last Moon Messages, you maybe didn't even notice. Hopefully you did, but yeah, hopefully you're watching this one. So this is going to be your Moon Messages reading, Moon energy reading from the full moon today on the 5th of November. It's in Taurus and it's also a supermoon and what is said to be the biggest and most, what does it say? The biggest and most brightest supermoon of the year. I just sort of wrote that down because I was like, I'll forget to say it if not. So really powerful moon today. It is looking so bright, I must admit. I took a picture of it yesterday and it was like the sun. It was just so bright. So from the full moon today on the 5th, if you're watching today, of course, if not, it's from the 5th of November, till the new moon in Scorpio on the 20th of November. So the next 2 weeks. And so if you haven't seen me before, all my details are in the description box. So you can follow me on all sociables, okay. Follow me on socials. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, all my details are there. At the moment, I do have a deal on the half-hour reading. So I don't often do these, but they are, so normally they're £33. I'm doing the half an hour ones at the moment for £22. So if you do want to take advantage of those, then do get in touch with me. You can either send me, just put a comment below and say treat, because it was a Halloween treat, but I've extended it. And then I'll be in touch with you, or you can email me. And then if you want an hour one, they're £44. But yeah, if you want a half an hour one, just let me know. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. So the first card we have is Sovereignty, and it was in reverse. So usually when someone is in their sovereignty, they are really sure of themselves. They're really kind of like authentic, genuine. They know what they want. They go for what they want. Their words, their feelings and their behaviors all match up. They have firm boundaries. They're really strong, they're really confident and really self-assured. Now, because this is in reverse, you're not quite feeling that way, right? Something might have knocked you, something might just happen to you that has kind of shifted that perception of yourself. Maybe you were in that space and then suddenly it got knocked out of you. Maybe you've never been in that space and you're just feeling it more than ever right now. But you're definitely not in that space. There is a card next to this which is hidden. So usually when cards are like, so basically this is the back of the card. And so when they're showing that, they're either just not, something's not been revealed to you yet, or you're hiding something. Okay, I feel like this one is linked to that sovereignty card. So the card that is hidden is purity. So purity always reminds me of innocence. It reminds me of starting from a blank page. It reminds me of like when you're newborn and you've not experienced life in its entirety yet. So everything is just pure, simple, kind of basic, you know, just innocent, right? And you don't see the evil of the world. You don't see any of that. You haven't experienced any of that yet. And so this is trying, and I know it's very hard because it's probably impossible, trying to get back to that. But what this means is, obviously you can't clearly just get back to that, you know, completely, because of all of the conditioning, all of the societal things that are going on, and all of your beliefs and life experiences and all of that, right? You can't just get rid of all that. And we can't just be reborn again. Well, we could be, like, you know, energetically or whatever. But this is about trying to connect to the purest part of you, the realest part of you, right? The part of you that just, like, that you know is there deep down, right? So if you are someone, say for instance, you've gone through a breakup, right? Let's just use this as an excuse. Let's use this as an example. Is what I meant to say. Who's saying an excuse? And say it was a horrible breakup. Say that they were a nasty person that you broke up with, right? And they were saying all these horrible things about you when you broke up. And then you take all of that in and you start to believe that about yourself. Now, of course, if you were someone who believed before that you were a good person, that you were kind, that you were nice, that you were honest, that you were thoughtful, that, like, all of these lovely things, and you started to really like yourself or really love yourself, and then this happened, right? And then they knocked that out of you. Like I said, it seems like something that's been knocked out of you. It's really difficult to just snap back into that, oh, well, actually, I'm a good person. But this card is saying there needs to be a way to that, right? So whatever way you can get to that, try to remember nice things that people have said about you. Try to remember things that you've chosen to do and the reasons you've chosen to do them. The reason I say that is because sometimes if we feel guilty about something, the reason why we feel guilty is because we don't want to hurt someone. We don't want to cause issues. We don't want to upset someone else, right? And that is the part of you that is good, that is kind, that is thoughtful, right? So that's the part of you that feels guilty. So remember those good things about you. Remember all the kind gestures that you've ever done. Remember all the smiles that you have put on people's faces. Remember the gifts that people have got you, or the nice things that people have done for you because you are you. Start to remember all those things and really take that in. It's really easy to remember the horrible things, and actually a lot of the time we remember the horrible things more than we do the nice things. That's just the way our brains work, unfortunately. But if you can, try to connect to that part of you that people have recognised, okay? In whatever way you can. It could be that you might need to have some therapy, or just speak to trustworthy people, like journal, meditate, I don't know, find a way there, because it's very important. Next card relates to this. Make some time for self-love. Okay, do the things that make you feel good. And it could be, I don't want to say self-love is just bubble baths and spa days and all of that, but it helps. It really does help. Okay, so do the things that make you feel good, that light you up, that make you feel relaxed, that bring you back to you. It's really important to bring yourself back to you, because in times like this, we can take ourselves out of the energy of us. We can let someone, I'm trying to get my words out properly. We can allow someone to take parts of us away. We can lose ourselves. And to find yourself again, you need to connect to the parts of you that light up when you do something. The parts of you that, if someone said to you, who are you and what do you love doing? And when you speak about it, it lights you up and you get passionate about it, and you know, you talk about it and you're just like, oh yeah, that's me. That's totally me, right? Sometimes we need a helping hand with that. Sometimes people have to tell us. But you do know those things that bring you back to you. So that's really important. Okay, next card is hidden as well. Just realised there's some kind of makeup on this as well. I don't know if that's something to pay attention to, I'm not sure. Let's see. So that's hidden as well. That's something that isn't revealed yet or you're hiding away. And that is focus on the positive. Now, it does also have the energy of Sagittarius on this card, and Sagittarius is all about taking action. It's about being adventurous, getting out of your comfort zone, being confident. They are quite talkative, they are quite sociable, and they take risks. That's Sagittarius energy, right? So maybe it's time for you to do that. Maybe to find yourself again, to connect with you, you need to push yourself a little bit. You need to take a little bit of a risk. I remember when I wasn't really my full self. I used to people please a lot, and I'd never used to do these videos. I never used to talk in groups. I don't know. When I was a lot younger, I used to do all those things. I used to like be really confident, but then I lost that part of me, right? So similar thing, lost that part of me, started to go inwards. And then later in life, I did a course and I had to speak in a group and I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to try all these new things and learn these new things. And do you know what? It scared the hell out of me, but it brought me back. It brought those parts back out that had been buried deep for a long time. So sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone. We need to take action. We need to do all those things I just mentioned about Sagittarius. Be a little bit adventurous, take a little risk, and be a little bit more open-minded, a bit more positive-minded to bring those bits out of us. And it's not about changing who you are. It's about bringing out what's already there. Okay? Next. These are all really, they're just really connected. I love it. Next card is open up to change. And that was in reverse. So it's like you're going, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's scary. But do you know what? There's also an opening here, like a feeling of, yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm really scared, resistant. But there's also a part of you that actually wants to, that secretly wants to. Because you've got if you notice, like the moon here, it's got a sliver of light behind it. And this is all the fear and this is all the doubt and the resistance. But actually, this moon wants to come out here. It wants to shine, you know, all this. Yeah, so this is like the new moon. And then this is the full moon underneath. Obviously, it's where the sun shines on it, clearly. But the full moon wants to come out. The full version of you wants to come out, right? And then you've got the flowers and everything, like the beauty around it. So this feels positive. It doesn't feel like a negative energy. It feels positive. So you need to be open to change and just listen to that part of you that is open to change. So if you really got honest with yourself and said, actually, you know, do I want to do this thing? Am I open to it? Is there a part of me that actually wants to do this? And majority of the time, the answer will be yes. And if you ask yourself, is there a part of me that's scared? The answer will be yes. But it's about getting clear on why you're scared, what's stopping you. A lot of the time when something is right for us, when we feel pulled in that direction, if it's right for us, our fears will just be a noise. They'll just be a thought, they'll just be a noise that's in the background. They won't actually be of any substance and they won't be strong enough to stop you. They won't be. You can easily change your mind on them. It's just being brave and it's just stepping forward and just seeing the end result. Maybe think about the end result that could happen if you take this risk or have an adventure, right? Think about how you feel at the end of it. Think about what difference it's going to make to your life or other people's lives, okay? Because that's all going to help. And that's generally, those things are usually bigger than the fear, okay? Next two cards I'm going to put together, actually maybe three cards. Let's go with the two first. So we've got pleasure and extremes. Now I've just done a personal reading for someone, and we just had the extremes card, and I said, oh, this card like always reminds me of like sensuality and, you know, passion and all of that. And then the pleasure card kind of goes with that as well, right? So what brings you joy? What brings you pleasure? What are you passionate about? These are all questions you need to ask yourself to connect with the part of you that's pulling you towards something, okay? Stay connected to those things. Stay connected to the things that light you up, like I said. These cards are underneath that card. So it's like, you know, what lights you up? What inspires you? What brings you back to you, okay? And then the last card in the moon card, I will read a crystal of the moon cycle as well. The last card in the moon card is hunger. What are you hungry for? What do you really want out of your life? Does it involve these naysayers, these people who have made you feel rubbish? Does it even include that type of energy? Probably not, okay? So this wolf is howling at the full moon. The full moons are all about, and actually this does look like the supermoon right now. It's like this. It's really bright and yellow. Like I said, it's like the sun. It's shining bright like the sun. It's huge. So during this supermoon, do a release exercise, because full moons are all about releasing. What do you need to release to be able to step forward, to be able to connect to your pure self again, your whole self, your most greatest version of you? What do you need to let go of? And yeah, I just think once you let go of something, whether it's thoughts, whether it's someone, whether it's something, whether it's behaviors, whether it's habits, whatever it is, once you let go of that, everything becomes clear. And then you're able to just make that decision. You're able to take those risks. You're able to start that new adventure. It's really exciting. Okay, so we've got 2 crystals of the moon cycle. I'm not sure if I'll read out descriptions of both. I'll just kind of see whether there's bits of it I need to read or both. So what I do is if you haven't seen these before, I read out a crystal that's going to be perfect for this moon cycle for you, whether you've got the crystal or whether you just want to listen to the meaning. And I'll read out what's in the book. But like I said, I might just read out bits of it that resonate. So the first one is obsidian. Now, obsidian is about protection. It's also very linked to full moon energy. It's about letting go of darkness. It's about protecting yourself against things that make you feel rubbish, that bring up fears, that take over energetically, right? It's about letting go and protecting yourself against those. So obsidian, essential meaning, observing the self-reflection. Didn't we have self-reflection? Did we have self-reflection? Oh no, we didn't. I'm just thinking of the reading I did before. But it is about, you know, being honest with yourself, listening to yourself and looking at yourself. So when you look in the mirror, who looks back at you? How do you view yourself? Do you look into your own eyes and see someone willing to acknowledge the past and learn from it? Do you see someone willing to step into a new identity, one more suited to the life you want for yourself? All of us are ever changing and a mix of past, present and hopes for the future. The challenge is to trust that the you that you are becoming will be loved, cherished and supported, even if you are still just exploring your potential, still unfamiliar with the new territory you have entered. As you ponder what you wish to change, love the one you're with, you. Love yourself in all your complexity, knowing that whatever strengths you need are present, and Obsidian Spirit is here to amplify them through the power of self-awareness. Just as in observing a particle or a wave, the observer can change its form, so too in observing yourself can you begin the progress of personal transformation. You are going to love the you that you are becoming. Relationship message. Self-awareness means stopping long enough to acknowledge who you see when you observe yourself. the beautiful you and the you who is imperfect. We are all works in progress. And as you engage in honest self-reflection, you will start to see what you were overlooking, the qualities you have been seeking in a partner but have forgotten exist within you. You have so much to offer. As the ancient Greek axiom goes, know thyself. To be authentic in any relationship, you have to know and love yourself just as you are. And Obsidian Spirit is here to remind you that you are awesome. Prosperity message. Do you know your patterns? Do you know where your money and efforts go? Or is it all a big mystery at the end of the month? Obsidian Spirit's gentle message for you is to stop being afraid of looking at your relationship with money, for you have a serious tendency to underestimate the ability to manage the flow of abundance in your life. To experience the prosperity you deserve, answer the call to heal your old fear-based habits. Fearful frugality and, gee, I hope they love me now, generosity will not serve you on your healing journey. Any discomfort you have in looking at your relationship to finances is simply part of a necessary transition to accepting yourself as you are today. Right now in this moment, and you must accept yourself as you are for healing to take place. Self-awareness is always a good thing, and it will lead you to feeling comfortable and confident in growing your abundance. Okay, next crystal of the moon cycle is watermelon tourmaline. I love these. These are so pretty, and they do actually look like this. I've seen some rings with these and they're so beautiful, but very expensive. So let's see what the message is here. Essential meaning of watermelon tourmaline: seeing perfection in the moment, basking in the bliss of just being, natural joy and a peaceful heart. Watermelon tourmaline spirit comes bearing the message that the divine order supports you in experiencing your bliss. Notice the perfection in this moment, that unbreakable connection to the universe within you. The universe is here to guide you. You may feel and experience bliss as it radiates outward. I'm just going to stop here because I feel like this bit isn't relevant. Let me just see whether there's any words that I knew there was going to be, like a thing where I didn't read it all. I just knew it. Okay. I'm just going to read out the relationship and prosperity messages here. Okay. So relationship message: perfection lies in loving unconditionally, just as the universe loves you no matter what. Whoever you love, whoever loves you, know that flaws are there to remind you that love heals. Today, ooh, when I clear my throat, it's communication issues, okay? So whatever that means for you. Today, your attention is drawn to the perfection of love within you. The love from the universe that flows directly into you from every direction, reminding you that you are always worthy of love. I feel someone getting really emotional right now. Knowing this, bask in the love all around you. Then you will see your relationship more clearly and recognize that sometimes the best way to express love is through sacrifice. Yeah, someone's definitely emotional at that. And sometimes it is through saying no. No, with capital letters and a period at the end. You will soon know what you are meant to do and what you need to consider. But first you must stop and feel the unconditional love that is yours. Feel bliss, be in your bliss, and all will soon be clear. With that bit about bliss, I feel that's the bit about passion and pleasure, okay? Prosperity message: abundance flows so that we all have enough and may experience that incredible bliss that comes in the perfect moment of giving unconditionally, or of accepting loss with faith that something as wonderful or even better is coming. Outer conditions respond to the blissful perfection we feel when we connect to the universe and recognize that the love it has for us is absolute, infinite, and boundless. Today, Watermelon Tourmaline Spirit is calling you to take action. To allow yourself to feel the love of the universe in every fibre of your being so that abundance can begin to flow your way again in a natural wave. In alignment with divine order, stop and immerse yourself in the experience of this delicious moment. Love that. Okay, so that is your moon messages reading for the next 2 weeks. I really hope it supports you. Again, if you do want to book a personal reading, I do have that offer on at the moment, and if you just want the normal hour, that's fine as well. All my details are below. Feel free to contact me on socials or just comment. And yeah, I will see you on the next reading. See you soon. Bye.